vlog today. It is Saturday. I feel like I start the vlogs all the time on Saturday because it's the time where I have like the morning in the car and I'm like, what am I gonna do? Let me just talk to you guys. So here we are on another Saturday. My daughter is in her class and I have a bunch of errands to run. Carol has decided now that she actually likes the trunk, like the SUV, and so yeah, she got in there. I was packing up some stuff. I've decided to kind of like pare down my shoe collection. So we talk a lot, obviously, on this channel. I'll introduce myself in a second. We talk a lot about my little journey, my like little personal journey. I feel like that's such a stupid way to describe it, but whatever. My personal journey to like building back up my bag collection. So, you know, if you're new here, obviously the people that have been here, we talk about this stuff all the time, is, you know, I know underconsumption is a thing. I know blah, 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 blah. That's not happening on this channel. However, I am not so into brand new stuff right now. And so I've been on this like little vintage journey for probably, I mean, I've always liked vintage bags, but I've been on this little like journey for about maybe a year or two. I don't know. I mean, it's picked up speed, I guess, but basically just to like replenishing my bag collection and like working on it because I have had so many things over the years and have sold many of them. So I'm constantly on here preaching about like, don't sell like the stuff that you think that, you know, it'll come back in style one day. Everything comes back in style, blah, 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 blah. I say the same thing all the time. I'm so repetitive. I have done a lot of thinking about my designer shoe collection. Now, I have been shoe obsessed, always, like my whole life. And I think a lot of it, I mean, we could just chit chat. I literally have, like, my coffee is here. I always say, like, if I get coffee in me, like, early in the morning, like, I could just talk to you guys all day. So, I haven't even gotten through it yet. So, maybe I need to stop at this point because I can't shut up. So, I've been thinking about my designer, like, shoe collection. And while I do have some stuff in there that, like, I would never sell and probably nobody wants because I've worn them a lot, I do have quite a few things that I have never worn or worn only a handful of times, like barely, have no wear on it. I've always been a bag and shoe girl and accessories, jewelry, things like that because we've talked about this before again. So if you're new here, like my weight has fluctuated basically my whole life. And so I feel like while sometimes I enjoy dressing up, most of the time, like, and I think a lot of us feel like this, right? Like your bags, your shoes, your jewelry, usually it fits you. Bags and shoes and jewelry will always fit, so it's like a safe option. And that's how I've always felt, like at least in my adult life. So I did go through like a long phase where I want to say relatively recently, like in the past, like maybe 7 years or so, I've been into buying like designer shoes. Before that, it was all about bags. I liked shoes, but I never bought like designer shoes. It was like, you know, like cute shoes, but it wasn't Chanel and Louis Vuitton and whatever. And I know a lot of people probably still think that designer shoes are a waste of money. And I don't think that. I mean, I love designer shoes. However, I literally wear Crocs every day. I'm actually wearing shoes today, guys. I'll do a little outfit shot if I can, like, I'm going to try to get my whole body in. I'm actually wearing clothes today, like not sweatpants and not Crocs. I'm making an attempt. So anyway, all that to be said, I've been doing a lot of thinking about my collection as a whole, and I've decided to sell off a bunch of shoes that I haven't really worn. Not really bags. I'm not in the headspace to sell bags at the moment, but shoes, yes. So I'm kind of trying to get rid of or sell off a lot of my collection that I just know that even if I love it, I won't wear it. I'm not attached to shoes the same way that I'm attached to bags. And so anyway, we are on our way. All of that to be said, we're on our way to the UPS store to send off a bunch of shoes to Fashion File. At some point, I'll probably, you know, if I do have like more stuff to sell, maybe I'll do some sort of designer, like a vlog sale or whatever. I just feel like shoes are, you know, obviously, bags are a different story. I can reach out to my audience and just be like, hey, who wants this or whatever, and I might get I might have people who are interested in certain things. But shoes is rough because obviously everybody is a different size, and so like the percentage of people who follow me that are exactly my size, I don't know how big that is, you know. Anyway, we're off to sell a bunch of shoes, or send off a bunch of shoes to get sold, and that way I can fund a few actually vintage pieces that I have my eye on. I'm trying to be careful about my purchases. I'm trying to not constantly spend. I mean, if I'm not selling bags and stuff, I don't know. If I'm not selling stuff, it is spending new money. But if I have the option to not spend new money and sell things that I am just not getting the use out of, then that is what I am going to do. So we're sending off a bunch of shoes, and that is actually going to fund probably even, maybe, I don't know. It depends on what I choose, what comes up once I get paid on these things. But I have a few things, and I'm hoping that it's going to fund at least 2 really good vintage purchases, items that I have my eye on. And I'm hoping that nobody jumps on it before I get the chance to. It's very easy, obviously, to be like, I'm just going to buy it now and pay it back with the money that I get. But I'd rather just make it a clean, you know, exchange, basically, where money comes in, I send it off to the new item, and we're done, instead of, you know, putting it on a card or whatever. I'm trying to be more mindful of all of that stuff in life as well. So, yes, that's where we are with this. So that's what we're doing today. If you are new here, my name is Bram. I talk about all things fashion, luxury, lifestyle, shopping, travel, all of those things. So if those are things that are interesting to you, I would love it if you would hit the subscribe button and become a member of my growing YouTube family. I am trying desperately to break this next 1,000. So to get into the 3,000 range, we have a little over 200 to go. So I'm hoping that I can get that done by June, July. So if you're not subscribed, but you have come back more than once or more than twice, like, come on, subscribe. We have fun here. What else, guys? All right, so this is the beginning of a vlog. I'm going to, I'm going to throw out my Instagram handle here so that you can come follow me over there. I always say this. I like the immediate communication that we can have over there, and just like, you know, a little more relaxed. Obviously, I mean, not that this is like I think this is a relaxed video. Actually, I think that most of my videos are fairly relaxed, but obviously they're not as relaxed as like Instagram and like throwing up like behind the scenes stories and stuff like that. I think I'm getting better. I think, I'm trying my best. Short-term content is not really my thing, so you probably won't see too many like reels and stuff from me, just because I'm long-winded apparently. I didn't know that until I got on here and started talking to myself in a screen, but I'm definitely long-winded, and I like to hear the sound of my own voice apparently. I never thought so. I actually always was like icked out by people who do this, but here we are. So times change, people change, things change. Anyway, we're gonna go into the UPS store now and send this box off. I also am sending my mother-in-law a whole bunch of stuff, so we have a lot. Where am I? What is this? Okay, this is not, alright guys, I came to the UPS store, but it looks, I get it. My son has this on his campus too. I guess it's a UPS store in Florida, in the what is this, FU? Is it really called FU? That's funny. I never even thought about that. Is it FU? Oh, I don't know. Now I have to go check. Oh my God, puppy, are you okay? Okay. I just heard one of the boxes fall, and I didn't realize that she had made her way back to her car seat. I thought she was in the trunk with the falling boxes. Okay, I need to know now if Florida University is really FU. I'm going to tell you guys in a second. You are probably all thinking that this is absolutely stupid because, oh no, it's University of Miami. It's University of Miami, don't worry. But like, is there an FU? Because that's funny. Is there a Florida University? There has to be. Oh, I know. Okay. I'm not going to edit this out because I feel like this is like, maybe it's relatable. I feel like that was a moment of like brain, I don't know. Okay, it's University of Florida. So maybe they did that because they didn't want it to be FU, right? That's funny. Okay, anyway, no, that's University of Miami that I'm driving through right now. And obviously, I didn't know that. Okay, well, we need to find a new UPS store. So, I'll be honest, I'm always nervous about sending my stuff off in the mail, like to anywhere that I sell stuff. A lot of times I use Fashion File. I like them most. I just think it's nice and clean and easy, and you can definitely get more money from other places. But I feel like Fashion File is it's just easy. You know what I mean? They give you all of the information at once. You sell. I tried to sell to Rebag once because Rebag also does like a credit. They don't, it's not consignment. It's literally like immediate payment. But what they quoted for some very special bags that I had, I was just super turned off. So I buy from them, but I won't sell to them ever. Okay, I get nervous. So I don't have a printer in my house because I don't need one. So when I go to print things to, like when I, send things to Fashion File or whatever, we need to pull over so I can find a new UPS store. When I send things to Fashion File, I have the UPS store print my, like, delivery, like the labels that Fashion File gives you or whatever. However, tell me what you guys think. Am I being crazy? I think I'm just being safe. If they print my labels there and I don't myself close the box, I get very nervous that my stuff is not going to get there. And nobody, knock on wood, I've never had a problem where, somebody did some, UPS stores always, I trust them very much. But I always have this, weird nagging thought, because when you're sending off that much money, that many items or whatever, it is a little bit nerve-wracking. So I will have one UPS store print my stuff. I'll pack it up, close it up. Usually, if I don't have tape, I'll buy my own tape, because I know that they will tape things up for you, but a lot of times they'll take the box and they'll be like, okay, they'll put it on the side, be like, oh, don't worry about it, here's your receipt, see you later. And I'm not leaving until my box is taped up. But I'm also not a complainer in public, and so what'll happen is I'm kind of a people pleaser, and I'm trying to learn to stand up for myself. I mean, not that I don't stand up for myself, but I'm trying to learn to say things nicely, because it's not that I want to offend anybody, but I don't want to be a problem starter, but I also want you to tape my shit up before I walk out the door. You know what I mean? So, and that always is an uncomfortable situation for me, because I feel like they'll take it, they'll put it on the side, they have other shit going on. I'm they'll just leave the label on top of it, and I'm what if things get, the last thing you want is for Fashion File to reach out and be where are what you said was in the box? We just, the stuff is not there, or it's missing something or whatever. I remember a video, I think it was Meredith, Living Lux with Meredith. She sent some stuff off to Connor's Closet, and apparently somewhere in the middle, DHL removed some things from the box, and that's one of my greatest fears with this type of stuff. So, that being said, I wish they had, why doesn't Fashion File have a location in Miami? Like a drop-off location or something, not even a drop-off, but a drop-off, how they have in New York. I know that there's drop-offs. I know I can walk into Neiman Marcus and do a drop-off, but I believe you're still waiting, because you walk in there, they still send it, there's still the same, things that can happen between, point A and point B. I want to just walk into a main store and, get my money right away. I don't know if that even exists, but I like that idea. Anyway, I need to find a new UPS store now, because I went to one, I had them print, I packed up my stuff, everything is ready to go, and I'm dropping it off at a second one. Again, because when they print it, they can see your shipping, printout, and so that makes me a little nervous. Okay, anyway, we're gonna go do that. I've been talking for 15 minutes to you guys about nothing. Hopefully I'm not boring the crap out of you right now. I'm gonna go find another UPS location. I'm gonna send off these things. I have about 45 minutes before I have to get my daughter again. And yeah, I was thinking I really wanted to go to Zara, so maybe we'll go to Zara later today. I really need shorts very badly. I went out to look for shorts yesterday, and I ended up getting a pair of really, really cool cow print jeans. So I will insert a clip at some point over here showing you them. They're from Abercrombie & Fitch in case anybody is, Abercrombie & Fitch in case anybody's interested before they don't have them anymore. So I will post that up, link it below. And I think that's it. Okay, I will be back once I drop these packages off because my hands are going to be full in a second. All right, let's go find a new UPS store. Okay guys, I just got out of the UPS store. I sent off my package, but I didn't send my mother-in-law the one that I wanted to send her because they wanted like $55 to send it. And I know UPS is more expensive, and quite honestly, I feel like you pay for the convenience because I feel like you're on like a bread line at the USPS. Like they literally are, I'm scared. I'm like, are you gonna ship it? Am I not, like, are you not going to? I feel like I'm like applying to possibly get a position to ship my freaking box at like the post office. And like, where is the post office nice? Like, I'd like to know from you guys, in your like local area, do you have a nice like DMV and post office? I have actually found more, like the DMV that I go to out here, or that I've been to out here, has way better service than anywhere I've ever seen in my life. I've had such bad experiences at the DMV that like, that to me is like purgatory. It's awful. And USPS is quite honestly right up there with them. I feel like wherever you go, they're terrible. They were the worst in New York City, in the Bronx specifically, the worst USPS on earth, to the point where I literally would give my drivers presents just to make sure that I got my shit, because otherwise I had a gate around my house and they wouldn't even leave the pink receipts, like, you know, so that I could go pick it up. So I literally would have to track it. Had no idea that they would even come by. If God forbid somebody sent me something I didn't know, they literally landed me, no lie, I wouldn't get my mail for weeks at a time. And a lot of it would be missing, like just not, nobody cared. I had placed so many complaints. The craziest part is that, well, I don't know about the craziest part. The craziest part is that it landed me in jail one time. Literally, I got arrested because of the USPS. Indirectly, but directly. It was 100% their fault. So that was fun. So I have some USPS horror stories, but I think that I'm going to try, like, God help me, I'm going to try there first before I 100% decide on, or not decide, but like ship her stuff, just because, like, I feel like $55 to send her just a bunch of clothes is a lot, and if I can get it for $30, I guess it's worth the, like, abuse, I guess, walking in there. Last time I went, the one near me is like a very small little, like, location. I think it's just a retail location, and I went in there to send something, and I literally was the only person in the place, and the lady wouldn't, like, the lady that works there just wouldn't stop with Carol. I'm like, I don't need to be here any longer than, like, I want to get in and out too. So why are we going back and forth about Carol? She had her little service dog vest on, and there was nobody in the whole place, and Carol is not vicious at all. Like, what? And this lady's behind glass. Like, it's not, like, what are we doing here? Anyway, so I think I'm going to torture myself, run in there and just see how much this package is to ship so I can get it out of my car. My husband wants me to clean out the car and go get a car wash, and I absolutely hate the car wash. I have no problem with the car wash if they do everything for me, but here, specifically Miami, like, a little bit up north, even though like South Florida, but like in like Palm Beach area, they do like the full service. New York always did full service. Arizona, I had there was like one line of, or like one company that always did full service or whatever. They weren't everywhere, but they did full service. Here, I have yet to find a full service place unless it's like the overpriced ones in the like mall or whatever, like the detail places, which honestly it might have to be because the car needs to be washed for sure, but it's 85 degrees. The last thing that I want to do right now is get my car washed and then sweat for the next hour vacuuming and wiping down the interior of my car. I just don't want to do it. Like, I'd rather pay somebody to do it, you know? All right, so next thing we're doing is we are going to the cleaners. That's part of me cleaning up inside this car. Is I have a bag of sweaters back here that has literally been sitting here since I got back from New York in November. I need to get them cleaned, and then I need to get Carol some lunch. She's taking a nap. What else are we doing today? I don't know. Anyway, I think that's it. I just need to clean out this car. I have like empty boxes in here. It's like my little office on wheels, I guess. I think of that like that because I used to like work in the field, and even though I don't, I still spend a lot of time in my car, but I still think of it sort of as like my office on wheels, even though I don't work from the car. I don't know. It's odd. Anyway, so this vlog, I feel like we're gonna go a good week or so. Tomorrow, unless I have enough footage tomorrow, because I would really love to take you guys to a market tomorrow. I went to the vintage market a few weeks ago. I wanted to bring you guys, but I was so underwhelmed when I got there, and hot and sticky and gross, that I just did not even film anything. Tomorrow, I'd like to go to maybe the farmer's market in Coconut Grove and take you guys. My daughter and I passed it last Saturday, I guess we went there, and it looked super cute, but we didn't go in because we didn't really have the time for it, but it did look super cute. I would like to do that, and I'll take you guys with me to that. Monday, I have a little bit of a procedure to get done that I actually had it scheduled for a week and a half ago, but we had some miscommunication, I guess, and I didn't stop taking the semi-glutide shot long enough in advance before the procedure, so we had to reschedule it. Now, I know what you're thinking. I wish it was a plastic procedure, but it is not. It is not plastic. I wish, but it's just a little something. So I am not sure if we're gonna kind of like film straight through the week, or if that's gonna like make me need to rest for a few days. I'm really not sure of like that experience yet, so I don't know. But after that, we'll be back at them, and we will do some fun things. So we'll discuss it. We'll talk about it. We need to do some shopping. We need to buy some shorts. All right, so I'm waiting for my daughter now. I guess I'll pick back up with you guys in a second. A second for you, maybe later today for me. You never know. We'll see, but I'll see you guys in a few minutes. In a second. Hey guys. All right, we are about to park, and hold on, let's park. We just got home. I did go to the mall. I went to the mall. We went to the mall to actually eat before I dropped off my daughter at her friend's house. And hold on, guys. Okay, so we went to the mall. We got some food, but first, so last night I was in the mall with my husband, and we were in Abercrombie and Fitch. Honestly, until the mall closed. Like he's a late. I don't know. not an early bird. He's a late bird. He's just everything about him. He's so late at everything. He likes to do, he's a night owl. I guess that's, yeah, Bram. Hello. I feel like I've said a lot of stupid things today. Between the FU and the late bird, oh my God, I can't. Okay. You can't. I don't know what's wrong with my brain today. Anyway, he's a night owl. So by the time we got to the mall yesterday, it was very late and we only had time to go to one store before dinner and whatever. So we were in Abercrombie and Fitch, and when we came out, I noticed the Kurt Geiger store. And I've never seen it before. So I took some, but I'm usually not on that side of the mall. Anyway, I took some pictures of some shoes in the window that I really liked, and I was going to look them up online, which I did, and they didn't have my size online. So I was like, let me go into the store today. So we get to the mall. She wants to eat. We have Carol's with us, of course. And we walk into Kurt Geiger. First of all, I wish that I had filmed the whole thing. So I do have some footage for you guys, which I will put in right after I finish talking. It was almost like, how can I explain it? I walked into the store and it's like a, oh God, like a giant gay parade float blew up in there, which I fucking loved. I loved every corner of that store. I'm not a huge Kurt Geiger fan. I do like their stuff. I don't want to say I'm not a huge fan. I do like their stuff. I've purchased myself things in the past. I've had some shoes that I really loved for work a long time ago, many years ago. They were like almost like fancy Crocs. I think they were like sort of like a meant to be a play on the Jimmy Choo shoes with the like rhinestone. I don't remember how. I'm like, I see them in my head, but anyway, they're a flat version of like Jimmy Choo's like a signature shoe that they have. If I can find a picture, I'll pop it up. If not, then hopefully you remember what I'm talking about. This was probably like 18, 19. And so I've had things before. I actually have a really beautiful like rainbow, like pastel rainbow tennis necklace from them. But I've only ever seen them in small doses. Oh, and I also had a sequin flat bag from them that I must have given away because I don't have it anymore. This was a few years ago, but I never really used it. So I have always loved Kurt Geiger. Like I'll see ads or whatever, things will pop up. I've never seen everything in one location because obviously he's in like Bloomingdale's, he's in Saks, like, you know, or is that Nordstrom? That might be Nordstrom. I don't know. He's probably in all of them. But they only have like little pieces here and there. So when you see everything together, it is like, it's incredible. I don't have any other words for it. I'm going to show you in the videos. Hopefully it does it justice, but it's like literally bright with flowers and sparkles and fringe and like everything is a rainbow, and it's just like the most incredible store. It's beautiful, and it was packed in there. So I'm not sure if everybody lost their freaking minds when they walked through that door, but nobody, like everybody was like in a daze. I've never seen anything like it. Everyone was like literally like their eyes were like bugged out of their head, and they were like walking into each other, and it frustrated me so bad. I was in the mirror, like, you know, taking videos of obviously like what I was, and I don't spend a lot of time because I am like nervous, not nervous, but like embarrassed about like filming like very obviously in like for YouTube specifically in the mirror of like stores. And so I was like taking like 3 seconds at a time just to like show the bag, whatever. This lady was like standing in front of me. I'm literally standing behind her like, excuse me, like I'm literally in the mirror trying to take a video. Everybody was just like in another world, and I don't know, I'm like, is it because it's so fucking beautiful in here that like nobody can see straight, or like what is happening? It was so weird. It was so weird. Even the salespeople, everybody, but I think, you know, the lady told me that they just opened 8 days ago, so maybe everybody's just like learning, whatever, I don't know. But they had so many beautiful, beautiful things. There were 2 bags that I really loved, which I'll show you guys. 2 pairs of shoes that I really loved that I'll show you guys that I tried on. I had her hold one pair of shoes for me, which obviously I'm home now, so I didn't go back and get. But it's because I need to sit on this. There was some jewelry that was incredible, which is actually what I think I want to go for instead of the shoes or the bag. My track record, shoes, I don't care. I think I'm off luxury shoes for the most part, unless something like amazing comes in. I already had this conversation with you guys. Like, I'm kind of feeling like selling off some of my collection just because they're just shoes. And while I love shoes, and there's certain ones that I wouldn't part with because they're like iconic and amazing and whatever. A lot of the shoes that I have, I feel like are kind of like basic, like Orons and whatever. And they're just like, I see them coming and going, and I don't know. Anyway, that being said, I think my focus is now like mid-range shoes, even like Steve Madden, who I love his shoes. I think that I'm going to, unless it's something absolutely incredible, I feel like I need to just save that money and not spend it anymore on designer shoes, at least for now. Especially because I wear Crocs every day. Like, that's probably the main reason, is that I wear Crocs every day. So why am I spending all of this money on designer shoes when I can literally get certain dupes off of Amazon, like the shoes that I'm wearing today. Hold on. These like mesh flats or whatever, which you'll see in the mirror in a few minutes. But like, I'm just like put off of it, kind of. So that being said, I would totally get the shoes from Geiger because it's a great price point and they're like fantastic. But I really have to think on the bags, because my track record of buying mid-range bags usually ends up, it's not a good track record. I buy them and I don't wear them because I'd rather wear the designer bags that I have. And I only really feel that way about bags. Anything else I can do whatever else. And I do have bags, obviously you've seen them, you know, when I've talked about them, that aren't designer. But the silhouette of the Geiger bags, while they're absolutely beautiful, they're very Chanel-esque. They're flat bags, you know what I mean? So am I going to reach for like my Chanel 19 or my Chanel flat bags instead of reaching, like, am I going to reach for the Geiger bag instead of like my Chanel bags? I'm not sure. You know what I'm saying? So I have to really think about that, because it's still $300. Like, even though it is like, yes, it's a good price point, but $300 can go towards like a bunch of these vintage items that are on my wish list at the moment. So I don't know. I have to think about it. Their jewelry is spectacular. I feel like I don't have enough adjectives, honestly, to describe how incredible this store is. So anyway, I am going to go back probably this week, pick up something. I'm hoping that I will show you guys before the end of this vlog. If not, obviously I'll show you pretty quickly right after, but some really, really beautiful things. So I don't know if they have any other stores. She said that this is their flagship, and it's obviously brand new. I'm not sure if there's any other straight up Geiger like locations, or if up until this point it's always been in like department stores or whatever. I don't know, but I can tell you that it was an amazing, beautiful place to like be happy and shiny and excited about, like fashion, which is, I love, you know that. All right, now I am going to go upstairs. I got my husband a crepe from the mall, and I'm gonna go upstairs. I am going to take Carol up. Some more decor for my new office finally arrived, so I am gonna go grab that, and I'm excited to bring it into the office later in the week. And what else? I think that's it, guys. I think that's it for now. Anyway, we'll go back to the mall. We'll go back to Geiger. I'm going to show you it now. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in a little while. I'm not sure what we're going to do tonight. He's probably still sleeping, honestly. And it's like almost 5 o'clock. But he is a complete insomniac from years of working and doing stuff at night. So that's how it goes. But yeah, I'm going to take Carol for a walk. We're going to go upstairs. We're going to go make sure Stevie is okay, and because we've been out all day. And I think that's it. Okay. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys in a little bit, and we'll figure out what else we're going to do in this fun vlog. I always feel like I have to do like a million things to keep you guys entertained. All right, guys. I'll see you in a little while. Good morning, guys. Happy Sunday. We're back in the car again. Puppy girl is in the back seat. I left everybody sleeping in the house. I am going to get gas. I have to fill up my tire. I have a slow leak. Let's see where it's at right now. I probably need to patch it or something, but every like 2 or 3 weeks I have to fill up this one specific tire, which is getting annoying. So I definitely, like, it's not a crazy low amount, but definitely keeps on losing some air. So probably have to patch that. So we're gonna do that. So we're gonna do the not fun activities. And then we're going to head back to the mall, back to Geiger, because I have decided on which piece I am going to purchase. I believe I've decided on which piece I think that I want to purchase. I'm going to go back in there again, see it with fresh eyes, I guess, and we'll go from there. But I have a feeling I know which one we're going to do, and yeah, that's it. And I think we're going to get a Coke at McDonald's right now. All right, good. We found cheap gas, which is always good. Let's go fill up, and then we'll get to the fun stuff. So, Puppy girl is snoring. She had a giant bone yesterday, so she has exhausted herself. We went out for dinner Friday night and went to STK and got a giant, I guess it's a T-bone, and she got the bone. So she's been literally like gnawing at it for, I think there's like random pieces left around the house, but yeah, well, she's pretty much finished with the bone, and she's like exhausted now. So she's snoring. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not, but she's snoring. So we're gonna go, I'm gonna put her in a stroller, and we're gonna go walk around a little bit and wait for everybody to wake up and go get some fun things. All right, let me get gas and let's fill up this tire. We are filming. We're filling up. I think let's get a Coke. Maybe this is like a girl thing about me, but there are certain air things that I don't know how to use. So is that weird? Like I don't know. Maybe I'm not a good driver because I stay with like full tires like this. Not so much out here, definitely in New York, because there's so many potholes and whatever, and just like the driving conditions, and your tires take a beating. But there are certain air machines that I think are easier to use than others, and yeah, so I have to go look at what this one is here. Otherwise, I do have a gas station near me that I can successfully use it. And it's good. Air is expensive now. Has anybody filled up a tire recently? Air is like really expensive. I remember when air was 25 cents and you got like, I don't know, a few minutes. Sorry. Sometimes when I look in this thing, I feel like my eyelashes look a little crazy. So we're gonna do this. It's also Botox time. It's actually beyond Botox time. I'll take you guys with me when I go. I go to this amazing girl, Boca, so it's kind of like a little bit of a mission, like, to get there. But my friend that I grew up with, I went to camp with, she works there. She moved out here too, and she works there, and so she put me on to her, and she's like the best injector that I've had so far. I think I've had pretty good ones, but sometimes when I look back at pictures, I'm like, oh, maybe, like, you know how, yeah, like, in the mirror, it's like you look good, you look smooth or whatever, but, all right, gas is done, but in pictures, like, you know, your eyebrows will be like this or whatever, so I feel like it's very natural. She refused to do, like, to really lift my eyebrows too much because she didn't want me to get, like, the Wi-Fi situation here, and even though I like a lifted brow, my brows are pretty, like, straight. I think that it works better this way. I think I'm happier this way. I think I look younger and less like Botoxed, you know what I mean? So she does it very natural. I like it very, very natural, so that you wouldn't know. You'd assume once you know my age probably, but like you wouldn't know. Yeah, you wouldn't just look at me and be like, oh, that's some shitty Botox, you know? Okay, hold on. Okay, let's go really quick and look at this air situation. We also need a car wash very, very badly. I said that yesterday. Where's the air? Where is the air? It's usually by the vacuum, I think. Is it like a vacuum and air combination situation? Yes, it is. All right, let's see what this looks like. Oh, okay. I don't know if this is gonna work out. It seems that, sorry, I'm looking for change in here. I usually have quarters with me. Oh, it does work. Okay, it looks like it didn't, like who is honking and what is happening? I don't know. Somebody was honking. As long as they're not honking at me, we're okay. Okay, we're gonna do this really quickly. It's $1.50 for who the hell knows how long. But I'm telling you, it used to be 1/4. Like, what is happening? Air? Come on. You know? So, I don't have $1.50 in quarters. So, we're going to have to use a credit card. As long as the credit card machine works, we should be fine. So, let's do that. I used to keep quarters in the car because of, like, parking meters and stuff. But, obviously, now that they don't really exist anymore. And some places, but you can always use a credit card now. And I remember I used to go to the bank and get like rolls of quarters. Does anybody remember that? And just keep it in their car for the meter? Yeah, the good old days. More convenient, but it just means that everywhere has a meter now and there's no time off. Like it used to be from certain times. It used to be like weekends off or Sundays you didn't pay. I remember... I'm talking too much. I remember one year, and then I'll get my air. One year I went to, so I was working up in like Westchester County. So if anyone knows New York, Westchester is like a suburb of New York, and it is like a very pretty suburb. Anyway, for Christmas time, the town that I was in up there, that I was working in, and I worked like in the field doing sales. They actually, for the whole, what was it, from the 20th of December until the 1st of the year, they suspended all the meter charges as like a Christmas gift to our holiday gift or whatever to the residents of the town. I thought that was so sweet. You don't see that shit happening anymore. Like literally, meters are now 24 hours, which is like insanity. Like, give everybody a break. Shit. Okay, I'm getting my air. Be right back. Okay, we're good to go, guys. All right. That was an easy one. I've seen some where you have to set it, I guess, to the, unless I'm just doing it wrong, you have to set it to the air amount that you want. And then whatever, and those are the ones that confuse me. So we are back in business. Hopefully I have another 2 weeks left with this or so. Yeah, I guess we'll find out. Let's go get a Coke because I'm not in the mood for coffee, but I do need some sort of sugar caffeine situation happening. Let's go get one and then we'll get to the mall.
Hi, can I have you?
Hi, can I get a large Coke?
Have you?
Yeah, that's it. Thank
20.
Okay. Do you remember when a Coke was $1? Any size that you wanted? I'm so tired of this shit. Hang on, you know how I feel about this. Oh, that's okay. Thank you. I just realized how dirty my hands are. Hold on, let's get the soda and then we can finish talking. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day. All right. I'm back. All right, let's go back to, go to the mall. I wonder if I can go this direction. Probably, but all right. What were we saying? Okay, so It's good today. It's perfect today, actually. Could be a little crispier, but it's good. I think of myself as like a Coke connoisseur. I can tell you where the best Cokes are. I like canned Coke the best, and then McDonald's Coke, I would say. And then the bottle is very, very last. Like the glass bottle is a very, very last. No. I take that back. There's a difference between a fountain Coke. A fountain Coke is good, but the gun, like the gun at like a at a bar or like a fancier, I guess, type of restaurant, like a restaurant with a bar, I feel like has crappy Coke because it comes out of that gun. And I don't know what the difference is between the fountain and the soda gun, but hands down the fountain is better. So does anybody else feel like they know the levels of like good to bad Coke? Like this kind of Coke? The other stuff I don't know about. Let's get to them all. I'm excited. I'm excited about my choice. I hope it's still there. That would be my luck, that there was literally like one left yesterday. You saw it, and I'll show you in a few. I'm not gonna do like a proper unboxing of it because, well, I don't know. I have a bunch of stuff to show you guys actually, and I'll probably do that in a separate video. I have a few cutesy things coming this week that I really am excited for, and all of it is like very affordable. So I'll probably do it in one video of like my haul for the last 2 weeks or something like that. If it is affordable, all of it's available now. So like I want to be able to link things for you guys and for it to be available so that you don't feel like whatever. If you want to get it, you can get it, you know? Okay, I think that's it. I'll talk to you guys when we get inside of the mall. Of Kurt Geiger. I'll talk to you guys when we get inside Kurt Geiger. Bye. We're walking back to the car. Mission accomplished. I got something. I didn't do a lot of footage in there just because it was actually packed. Obviously, it's the weekend, so it was totally packed, and everybody was treating, I forget where I parked, Cara like a celebrity. So I'll show you her in a second. Obviously, she looks the same as always, but she's adorable. So I got something super cute from Kurt Geiger, and I'm hoping it's going to be okay. I'll explain that when I get in the car. But it's beautiful, and I'm going to show you guys. And I kind of wanted to go get it before I posted it because they only had 2, and one of them was broken, which is a little bit why I'm a little concerned with this purchase because it's final sale. But honestly, it was too beautiful to leave behind, and I feel like I can always go there and get shoes or whatever. But this piece is like incredible. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna show you when I get in the car, and I'm gonna show you my baby in a second. Puppy girl. Hi, baby. You're the most popular girl in the world. Everybody wants to stop and touch you. I know. So I just tried to get, I'm trying to put the stroller away in the car, and I took off the top piece and I put Carol on the floor, and it must be very, very hot because she literally just jumped into the bottom part of her stroller. So, yeah. She's not a summer puppy. She doesn't like the heat. I don't know how she ended up in Florida. All right, guys, I'm back in the car. That was so funny. I mean, not funny because I hope I didn't hurt her, but she definitely did not want to sit on that ground. And yeah, she was not a happy camper. So I didn't get much, and I didn't get much footage, like I said. I'm sorry, puppy. We're gonna go get you some water now. It is very hot outside. It is very hot outside. Anyway, I did a lot less shopping. I mean, I only went for this one thing, and then I was gonna look and see if there was any other things that I might need, like shorts or whatever. I wasn't, you know how sometimes you walk in Zara and like everything is great, and then sometimes you walk in Zara and like nothing catches your attention, even if it was the same stuff that you saw like a few days ago or whatever. That's how I felt in Zara today. I was just like underwhelmed. And I went into Farm Rio. I love Farm Rio so much. There's a skirt in there that is like so beautiful, and I'm thinking about, I think that I need to go back and get it. The thing is that Farm Rio does go on sale, so I don't want to spend extra if it's gonna be marked down soon. So I'm kind of keeping my eye on it, but it's absolutely, they have some really beautiful patterns right now. I actually have a lot of Farm Rio, but I've gotten them at like, a lot of the stuff that I purchased like 50 pounds ago. So some of it doesn't really fit very well anymore, but they're such special pieces that I feel like I need to take them into a good tailor and just get them fitted or whatever. I think that's what I'm gonna have to do, because they're beautiful pieces. We didn't do much else. I'm starving, but I didn't want to sit there because my daughter wants to go to the farmer's market, so we're gonna do that. She just got up, or we're gonna go somewhere fun, and hopefully Carol can hang because I know she's gonna be hot. And and I went into Steve Madden. I put a little bit of footage in there. Like I said, I didn't do a lot of footage. I really need to get myself a vlogging camera, and I will, so that I can do full like shopping videos for you guys. I went to Steve Madden. They're having a buy one get one 50% off sale. There's two pairs that I liked. You would have seen them in the footage. One is like a Miu Miu New Balance dupe, which I really like. I've actually been watching it. They were pre-order initially. I've been watching it on the site for a while, and they're so comfortable in person. But I know my style is like a little off the beaten path in like for the most part, and there's a lot of things I like. I don't know, I like sometimes I like really androgynous things, and like, anyway, so like people in real life, in like my real life, not my real life, this is real life, but you know what I'm saying, like in person, I feel like I don't have a lot of like in-person friends that are on the same page with me in terms of like things that I like. And so I sent a picture to my friend, if you're watching, hi. And she told me that they were like extremely ugly. So I don't know, you guys tell me what you think. I did like the little kitten heels, and they were surprisingly comfortable. And if you've been here before, you would know that I really hate heels. I love heels, but I hate them because I'm just refusing at this point in my life to be uncomfortable. But these were actually very comfortable and a super cute color, so I'm probably going to go back and get those. But I decided to wait for my daughter to go to Steve Madden with me, because I know that she wanted a pair of sandals or whatever. And so we can do the buy one get one, and she can get her own pair of shoes. I feel much better about buying heels from Steve Madden. Aldo, I don't know, I feel like Aldo kind of fell off. I haven't been in a long time. Like, I remember in like the 2010s, they were like, Aldo was the place to go. But I feel like they're just not, and their shoes are not extremely comfortable. I think that Steve Madden fell off for a while too, but I feel like they're coming back now, and I'm liking his stuff lately. And then Kurt Geiger had some amazing shoes that I definitely would be back for, but those price points are a little bit higher. They're like double Steve Madden, I would say, give or take, because the heels but they're more embellished too. So I don't know. Anyway, there's a really cute pair of heels that I showed you a little while ago from Kurt Geiger, the gold heels with the gems all over them, that are very comfortable and beautiful, and they're like $186, I believe. And then these from Steve Madden are $100, but the blue ones that I'm going to show you I don't know, I might have just shown you, or I'm going to show you, whatever. Either way, you're going to see the footage. The blue ones they have like a few different colors, and they're like the little kitten heels, which I'm liking because they're very Y2K, whereas I feel like the Kurt Geiger ones are very like 2010, right? like I feel like we liked those like strap up sandals with like over embellishments and stuff like that. I don't know. Anyway, I like both of them. If I'm getting a pair of heels, I will only get one, and only because I'm probably going to very rarely wear them, but I do like having the option in my shoe closet, but not in a designer version of anything, because I don't wear heels enough to spend the money on designer heels. Plus, we already had this conversation a little bit earlier where I feel like I'm just off of designer shoes for the moment, unless something amazing pops up. But I'm just sort of like, I'm looking for, if any of you guys come across it at a good price, I'm looking for denim, either like the denim kitten heel from Louis Vuitton from like the early 2000s, or the multicolor, the shortest heel possible, in a size 40. I found a pair, there's a few pairs kind of floating around. I don't know what's up, but like the size 36, 37s are like $300 because they're used, you know, like they're 20-year-old shoes. And then the freaking 40s are always like $700-800. So I don't know, but I am looking for them in like a decent, I would love a pair of like white. I saw a girl in the mall like last weekend or 2 weekends ago with a pair of denim mules, and I was just like, those are so cute. They look so cute. So anyway, I'm looking for that. If I'm so lucky to get my hands on the denim cherry mules from this nude drop, though, with the cherry heels, oh my god, that is really I don't know about the only thing. There's quite a few things that I actually like from this collection, although I thought I was going to hate it. I think everybody has the same sentiment, sort of. But the cherry ones, like, out of control. They're so amazing. I sent a picture to my essay and she just laughed at me. So I have a feeling that's not going to happen, but we'll see. I'd love it if it can happen. If anybody has like a good essay or whatever that you want to put me in touch with that has the ability to get those, like DM me on Instagram. And yeah, because oh my god, I would love those. And other than that, that's it. Okay, let me show you what I got before we get up, like, you know, to the house and whatever, because I think I'm going to be out for most of the day, and I might want to post some pictures with it. I mean, I'm wearing sweatpants right now, so not that I wouldn't wear this with sweatpants. You know how I feel about these things, but are you ready? I decided to go with this. I'm a little bit nervous. Let me tell you the backstory while I show you. This is the floor model. I tried this on yesterday, and I literally could not stop thinking about it. So I went home, and I literally, my mother had asked me already if, like, she was sending me pictures of some things, like, I'm just trying to unravel it. She was sending me some pictures for things for, like, Mother's Day, you know, in terms of, like, what I wanted for a gift or whatever. And she was sending me like some slides, and I was looking at that, and so I sent her a picture of a few things that I liked, and I actually sent her a picture the other day of, oh god, it's so curled up, hold on guys, I sent her a picture the other day of a, oh my god, I missed it, a JW pie, you know I never can say this correctly, a JW pie, I don't know if anybody knows how to say it, please tell me, is it pie like a pie, or is it pay, like to pay for something? They do these like 3D, if you've seen my pigeon clutch, you would know, do these like 3D, I feel like they're like 3D printed clutches, basically is what they are, because they're plastic. They're so cool. Why is this all twisted? I don't know. Guys, it's the most beautiful necklace in the world, but I'm so twisted up here, so just give me a second. So kitschy, you know how I feel about kitschy stuff. So I got an ad on Instagram. I'm so mad. I'm going to pop up a picture. I'm so mad at myself. I got an ad on Instagram the other day for this bag, which literally is freaking Steven. It's Steven in a bag. And I sent it to my friend. She was like, if you don't buy it, you're like an idiot. And I was like, I know, I have to buy it. I mean, it was only $200. It was, you know, not only $200, but it was $200, which is a decent price. Plus it was on sale. Like it had a coupon code. It was like $180, I think. The only thing I didn't like about it is I didn't like it in clothes. Like it should have been like a naked cat, like completely. But it's totally Steven, right? I'm going to put a picture of the clutch, and I'm going to put a picture of Steven. 100% that's Steven. Just Steven has the odd eyes. And I sent a picture to my mother because she wanted to know what I wanted. And she obviously did not get it, but so I was like, I'm not gonna get it, because if she's gonna get it from me, like, even better, because she wanted to be like in that price range or whatever. I was like, that's fine, this is what I want. And I didn't get a response, and I should have just bought it and returned it if she had gotten me one. The reason that I don't like doing that is because I hate shipping things back, and they don't have a store, there's nowhere that I can go, so I didn't really want to have two and then have to deal with that. Anyway, like 3 days later, I was watching it. I had it like pulled up, and she didn't say anything yet, and I was like, maybe it'll just show up or whatever. And I pulled it up, and it said sold out, because I was like, you know what, let me just stop messing around and just get this bag. Sold out. So I missed the Steven bag, and I'm so mad at myself. I'm hoping it comes back in stock at some point, because if there's any bag that I need, it's that bag. Absolutely. I've had many Sphinx in my life. My favorite animal in the world is a Sphinx cat. Don't tell Carol, but it's true. I've had so many amazing Sphinx cats. They're just the best breed of cat I've ever encountered. I've had cats all my life, and just incredible. Anyway, I'm like kicking myself, but it opened the door for this, because I got home from the mall yesterday, and I was like, I texted my mother, and I showed her a picture of it, and she was like, that's incredible. I was like, I know. And so anyway, here we are. She got me this necklace for Mother's Day. Thank you, Mama. I love it. I'm so happy with it. And anyway, I was trying on so they had this one, which was a floor sample, floor display. They've only been open for like 9 days today, as of today, so I'm sure that not many people have asked to see it, because I don't think you come into Geiger for this type of stuff. Oh my God, guys. I don't think you do. So, oh my God. It's just like, tell me this is not like candy. And when I was looking at it in the store, and I was walking around the store like holding it, and this lady was talking to her husband, and she was like, look at that necklace that lady has. Oh my God. So tell me, guys, is it right? I mean, okay, so I think that I chose correctly. I was trying on like they had one more, so there was two total, one more. I was trying it on. She brought it out from the back. It was like, you know, box fresh. Is it box fresh? I don't know. It was package fresh. And as we were trying to like unkink it up, one of these big stones fell out. And yeah, and then she told me that it was final sale. And so I literally spent a half an hour in there like, do I just get this necklace or not? Because now it's not available online, and this is literally the only one in the store, because the other one is broken. And anyway, she was like, I wouldn't do it. She was so sweet. And she was like, I wouldn't do it, you know, because it's still not cheap. I mean, it was like, like with tax and everything, it was a little over $300, so it's not like a cheap necklace. But I just, I couldn't walk away. I was like, well, they don't do anything for like repairs or whatever. I don't think that is happy. Like, I don't think that's a good situation. I think that if something happens within, you know, and it's like not user error type of situation, like I didn't bang it or what. I mean, I know that that's kind of hard to tell, but I think they should stand behind. I know it's costume jewelry, right? But I feel like they should, to a certain extent, at least send it out to get like repaired or something. I don't know, something, or give you some sort of like discount on your next purchase if something happens. Something needs to happen if something is wrong with it, especially like maybe they can like notate on the account, like, you know, the other one fell apart in her hands. I don't know. But it's just, I was literally dreaming about this necklace. I mean, so I couldn't pass it up. It's stunning, stunning, stunning. I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. Am I just like, is that ridiculous? I walked into the store yesterday and my eyes went like directly to the cabinet where this was. After I tried on the bags as I was walking through, I like literally couldn't see anything else. It was like, show me that. Oh my God, show me that. So anyway, I love it. They have a bunch of beautiful things. I'd love to go back there depending on how this one fares. I do have like a regular tennis necklace, which has been fine. I need to go back. They had some really beautiful like pave hoops, like different colors and stuff. I feel like all their stuff it just looks like a candy store in there. And this absolutely looks like a candy necklace. Anyway, I love it. This is, so yeah, good Mother's Day present. Absolutely stunning. And I will definitely, like this, I can see this with like jeans and like a tank top, like literally a white tank top and jeans, or like a white tank top and like flowy like linen pants or something. Like this needs to go like dress down. Like I don't feel like this is a dress up necklace, and obviously that's what it's meant to be, a dress up necklace. I like it. It's a dress down necklace for me. It's like this with like literally like a white like wife beater type of tank top, like a hat like I wear every single day, and some like, I don't know, even like yesterday when I tried this on, I had on like the army pants or whatever. Like I feel like that's what it needs to go with. And I actually like, yeah, right, with like maybe like a multicolor, like the Murakami bag or something like that. Oh, I love it. It's so pretty. Anyway, okay, so that's what I got, guys. And I got a bunch of cute things this week, and I will show you guys probably next week at some time, because I'm waiting for just a few more things to show up. I got some really cute things on Etsy. I'm having a moment. I'm almost happy, honestly, that luxury is going the way that it's going at the moment, because yes, I love luxury. I love bags and all that stuff, but I feel like when your whole vibe, and mine was for a little while, when I first got into, not when I first, I would say probably like mid 2010s, maybe like 15, 16, 17, I wanted everything designer. And I think maybe that was just the look at the moment, but I wanted, like, my shoes had to be designer, my bags had to be designer. They still kind of do, but shoes, bags, jewelry, everything that I wore, I wanted it to be designer something, some sort of name brand. And looking back now, I feel like that was a very boring time in my fashion life. And I'm sort of happy that these luxury houses at this point are like pulling all this shit, because it's allowing me to get back to like loving like self-expression. And I think a lot of people are there, you know what I'm saying? But it's definitely like letting me get back to that. So whereas I wouldn't have necessarily gone into Kurt Geiger a few years ago to purchase something like, definitely not like this, but like shoes or whatever, just because I felt like for a moment there I was kind of like a label snob. And now I'm happy to do that, and like I'd rather do that, and I'd rather find pieces that everyone, you know, people are going to stop and be like, who makes that, versus like, oh, beautiful Chanel slides. Or, and I still love, obviously, I love what I have. And like I said, if anything, like, I'm all messed up here. If anything, like tangled, if anything in the future, obviously I'm open to things popping up and then purchasing those things. But I'm happy to get back to my like roots with fashion, where it's all about individual pieces and really just not seeing everybody coming and going with the same piece. I remember like in, when did I mean, I've always loved fashion, but like I remember in like the early 90s. So I was like in middle school, like, you know, like 93, 94, and I would go to Urban Outfitters and I would buy like these little baby tees or whatever. And even back then, I mean, I would go to school and people like, where did you get that? Where did you get that? So I was kind of like, that was my thing. My thing was wearing cool things that nobody knew where to get them. Nobody knew what they were, whatever. And I feel like I'm back there and I'm loving that, even though I'm sharing with you guys where I'm getting them, whatever. But I like the fact that like, it's not so recognizable that you're not going to look at this. I mean, it does have the little Kurt Geiger little thing here. He likes to put his little, what is it, like a snake head, an owl head? I don't even know what that is. Some sort of bird, like a crow, or it's not an owl. I don't know. What is that symbol? But I think it's just a special piece, right? I don't know. Do you guys agree? How do you feel about it? I'm loving it. I'm so super excited about it. And because she was telling me, she was like, you know, even like $300, to spend $300 on this item, God forbid that it breaks or whatever. And I'm like, yes, but I think it's super special. Hopefully it won't break. Now that I'm aware of it, I can kind of keep track and just hopefully like feel out. It was just like one of these big stones. Feel out the big stones and just kind of, you know, hope that, like, pay attention. It's not an everyday necklace anyway. So I think that it's hopefully going to be okay. But we were talking about it, and I was like, yeah, but if I went into Swarovski, is that how you say it? Swarovski? I went in there and purchased something similar. This would be $500, $600, $700. It would be, because I went into Swarovski afterwards, and they had a really beautiful. Sometimes I like their stuff. I don't like their stuff that pretends to be or like looks like just like plain old jewelry. I like their over the top stuff that you would not buy real. You know what I mean? So I went in there, and they had a really beautiful like pearl and crystal like heart pendant, and it was $480. So and this has so much more going on, you know. So I really think that like had this been from another place, because it's like super shiny, like I don't think that this is like necessarily capturing it correctly in the sunlight or in like the lighting from in the store. It was just like fire, you know. This from another designer or, you know, whatever, I think would be a lot more expensive than what it is now. And so, no, it's not cheap, but I think it's sort of a good deal. And I think that it is like stunning. Like I guarantee you this is a piece that people are going to be like, where did you get that? Like on the street or whatever, when you're wearing it. So, and I love that. You know why I love that? Not because I want to have things that people don't have or whatever, but I love that because it opens up the door to conversation. You know what I'm saying? And it's fun to kind of connect with people in real life, like in person, who appreciate what you appreciate. You know what I'm saying? And it makes you feel good when people are like, that's beautiful, and give you like a nice compliment or whatever, you know? But it does open the door to like have a nice little conversation about whatever, you know, in person, in real life. And so that's it. Okay, guys, I am obviously chatty today, and I only had like, this is a bad angle. I only had like 3 sips of my freaking Coke before it was so, like the ice melted to the point of it just being absolutely disgusting. So I don't know why I'm so talkative, but Carol and I are about to go pick up my daughter. I might stop. I feel like going through my Taco Bell drive-thru real quick and just getting a taco real quick or something like to hold me off until dinner or something, because I'm hungry and I have my thing tomorrow, so I can't eat after a certain time, and then I won't be eating until like late tomorrow, so I do need to get full. Okay, anyway guys, I will talk to you later. I'm gonna try to film a little bit in the, okay, I don't want to like smash this up again. I'm going to try to film a little bit in the sorry, I'm just putting it down. I don't know, like I don't want to put it back in this baggie. I feel like maybe I should just wear it home and then put it away. I think I might. I'm going to try to film in the farmer's market or wherever we end up. I'm not sure, but maybe she can help me film a little bit. We'll see. I'll try to do a little bit of footage, and especially if it's interesting. If it's not interesting, then you definitely won't hear from me. But yeah. Hey guys, okay, so I'm back. It is Wednesday now, and we are ready to wrap this thing up. We are back where we started on Sunday, in front of the mall. So Sunday was the last time we talked. We went to the mall, we went to Geiger, we got some things. And Monday I had my procedure, so I was out of it. That day was done. Tuesday was yesterday. And I literally woke up as if I had like strep throat or something. My throat was killing me. it was just misery. Everything in my body hurt. I don't know what happened because my procedure was literally half an hour. It wasn't even a big deal. And everything hurt except where the procedure was. So I don't know what's up with that. But my throat, I could not swallow. I still have a sore throat. I'm assuming it's from the tube. Check on puppy. I'm assuming it's from the tube. I don't know. Anyway, so that day, yesterday, was kind of a wash anyway. And then today, I woke up and I still feel like I got hit by a truck. But, so I didn't want to like make a video or anything like that. I mean, I guess this is making a video. But I was going to go to my office and sit and make a few videos. But I feel like my throat is just not going to, I don't know. It's got a little bit too much today. So I'm going to do that most likely tomorrow. But today, I was like, let me just finish up this vlog because we're already at 90 minutes. I'm going to have to like reduce this quite a bit. And I'm back in the mall because I'm still looking for pants and shorts. And I really might just have to walk back into Geiger and get the shoes that I wanted last week. Yeah. I don't know. Something is very wrong with me. I really, really like that place. Like Geiger. I don't know. This is what the Chanels and the Louis Vuittons have like done to us. They're like, they have pushed us back into looking at affordable, better options. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, what else, guys? I don't know. Thinking. All right, puppy, you okay? I don't know what's up with her today. She's being weird. She just had a burger. Whenever we're out and about and like whatever, it's like time for her to eat. I usually get her just like a regular plain burger, and she loves that because it's just straight meat. So it's very good it's very good, I'm assuming. You okay? Yeah, I don't know what's up. But I'm gonna put her in her stroller and we're gonna walk around the mall for a little while. I went to Dick's, so I pulled off because she was crying back there. I don't know, she's in a strange mood today. I pulled off the street, like we were driving over here, but I pulled off into Dick's, of course. I think that was, I knew what I was doing, I think, because I really was just going to feed her. But then I was like, you know what? I'm here. So I'm going to go in and get myself a new Stanley cup because I wanted one more of the striped ones before they were completely gone. So I went in. Apparently, there was only one of each color left. So yellow, which is the one that I had, was completely gone. That must have been the most popular one. And then so they had one blue left, they had one like blush color left striped, and then one green striped that I hadn't seen in person yet. The green one, I actually really liked it, but it sort of gave me like early 2000s preppy vibes. Like, I don't know, Lily Pulitzer, Kate Spade, like, I don't know. Something like that combination was giving me those vibes. So I went with the blue. And like I said, honestly, it was really because the other day when I came, they had a million, and now they just have the one blue left. So we now are the proud owner of a beautiful blue summery striped Stanley. So the reason I'm kind of like redoing I feel like I'm reinvigorating my Croc collection and my Stanley collection, and there's a reason for it. Crocs, because I wear them into the ground, and you all know that I have a Croc fetish. And I got a new amazing pair. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen a quick video, like a quick story where I posted them. But I'm going to show you more in the next video, most likely, when I kind of go over. I have a whole bunch of stuff to show you guys. And with the Stanleys, I'm like redoing my Stanley collection. Is that weird? That is weird. I know that. Because I don't like the older versions. So my daughter doesn't mind because she doesn't care about spilling water all over the place. But these older versions don't have the little like extra suction that keeps the straw actually like in there, and the new ones do, and I like that better. So yeah, and I sent a whole bunch of my Stanleys off to live with my son, like all the boy colors went to live with him. And yeah, it's because I'm like, I just want pretty Stanleys and that's it, and I don't care what anybody says because I use them all. And I'm like, I'm not gonna put like backpacks on my Stanleys or like charms, but I am gonna use them. I am gonna match them to my clothes, and I am absolutely more hydrated than I've ever been in my whole life. So it's a win-win. Just like some of the motions that my face would make, that like when I would look at myself I was fine, but like in still pictures it was not fine. So let's go into the mall because now Puppy is sleeping. I'm gonna give her a little bit of water real quick, get her into her stroller. Let's go into the mall, see what we find. Maybe we'll go back to Geiger and walk around again. I don't know. I think that's weird. I've been there so many days. I feel like I'm like friends with all of them now. Like I work there. It's just so sparkly. Like you can't expect me to not want to go in there if it's just full of like colors and sparkles, you know? All right. Anyway, that's all. Maybe I'll go get an acai bowl. I don't know, guys. I'll have to figure it out. But anyway, I will probably see you in there and we will wrap it up once we're done. Super hard one to see, but vintage Coach. Okay guys, I'm back. We ended yesterday at the mall, went and had lunch with Carol, who immediately fell asleep on me. And that was it. And then that was the end of the day. And then I came home and my AC went out. So I couldn't get dressed and like show you guys my stuff because I was too like worked up. It's still not on, but I think I have kept it like under control in here. So it's still in the 70s in here, even though it's in the 80s outside. I have the fans going, all that stuff. I'm waiting for building maintenance to get up here to help me. But I wanted to end up this vlog. So I am going to really quickly show you what I got and try it on for you. The first thing that I got, guys, are these. These are a pair of obviously cow print jeans, and I'm obsessed with them. I have to figure out how to wear them. Yeah. I saw them in Abercrombie and Fitch. I will link them below. My husband did a little bit of shopping in there and I was just waiting, and the manager came up to me and he was like, "You don't want to try on anything?" I was like, "No, I'm okay." And he was like, "I'll give you a discount." So I ended up getting these at a discount. I do. If you've been here before, jeans are not typically my thing, but these are really cool. Hold on, let me just get you let me show you. Hopefully you can see the whole thing. No, you can't see the whole thing. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna do a cutaway because I can't get the whole shot. So I'm gonna do a cutaway at the end, or I'll put them in here. But these are my jeans and I'm like so excited about them. I have to like I feel like I got a whole bunch of fun stuff lately that I'm excited to like mix and match and whatever. So yeah, so you'll see some outfits with these soon because they're super cool, but I'm gonna put them in over here so you can see kind of just what they look like regularly. Okay, next one, hold on. Okay, next. All right, so that was the cow print jeans. Like I said, I'm so excited about those. I got those in a size 32, whatever that means. They are definitely wide legs on your waist size, honestly, in terms of like what's gonna work for you. All right, these are from Zara. It's what I got yesterday when we walked in there, and I saw these last minute. Actually, there was a bunch of other stuff that I wanted, and I'm such not a jeans person, but I feel like now that I'm down all these pounds, I'm excited to wear jeans again because it's been a very long time. And I like the style of the jeans right now. I like the loose fit. I was always a skinny jeans girl, or just like boot cut or whatever. So I'm really liking the new silhouette of everything. Let me try both of these things on and then I'll do I'll show you over here. And you saw me try this one on actually, but I'm loving this like Canadian tuxedo, but like with the vest. So I thought this was a cute one. I've been looking for a vest in general, like a denim vest. I actually have quite a few, but a lot of them don't fit me. A lot of them are from when I was like literally before kids or right after kids. I went down like really low in weight. And so I have a lot of them that may never fit me again, but this one, I just thought it was like so like easy to wear, so cute, super cute with these jeans. Hold on, I'll show you. And yeah, these jeans are like multiple kind of colors. Anyway, I thought they were cool. Let me see if I can get a shot here and then I'll show you the insert. Yeah, you can see a little bit. So maybe I can, okay, hold on. Let's see if I can bring this down and give you a real shot. Okay, so obviously not the bottoms, but I'll do the long version in a second. But yeah, I thought that they were just like, I thought that they were really cute, and I thought that this denim vest was really cute. So I was thinking that I was actually gonna buy like a bunch of stuff from Zara and maybe even just return it because I was like, I really wanna go back to Geiger and get those freaking rhinestone crystal shoes that I was liking with the fringe. But honestly, I feel like this outfit is way better in my opinion. And you know what it would look perfect with? Hold on, don't move. Maybe look perfect, guys, with my Mother's Day necklace. All right, let's try it. Obviously, I am like super excited to wear this somewhere, somehow, ASAP. So maybe, and I was thinking that it needs to go with something like very, hold on. It's just about like laying this one correctly. Like, you know, I was telling you it needs to go with something like very dressed down. So how cute is that? What do you think, guys? Does it look, no, yes, I don't know, you tell me. Anyway, I like it. I'm gonna have to figure out what shoes, but because the jeans are like flared out, I don't know, I feel like anything can really go with them. Maybe even, oh my God, maybe even a kitten heel, guys, like the one that I saw in, I told you I'm not spending money on it, unless I can get myself the vintage Louis Vuitton kitten heels. But if not, then maybe I just do this with like it was like the baby blue kind of mint green. It was like somewhere in between those two colors. I felt like the ones from Steve Madden. So maybe that would go really well with this, but I do think that it needs a, oh, maybe we get rid of this. Anyway, but I do think it needs, I don't know, yeah, maybe it does need a little bit of a heel. I don't know. All right, let me show you like the whole thing. Hang on. Okay, guys, and last but not least, before I get back into my bathrobe and wait for these, the maintenance guys, I got the best, absolute best pair of Crocs that have ever existed. And I know you guys are going to agree with me. I am going to link everything below. Whoever's on board with me in this like Croc train that I'm on, Murakami Crocs. So I found an amazing seller on Etsy that has these Jibitz, obviously the Murakami, you know, inspired Jibitz. And so I got obviously the regular old flower face, and then I got the double flower face, and I don't know what this guy is called, and this is like a bear. So I just thought they were so cute. And then I got an email. I got them. I didn't know which ones I was going to put them on, like which Crocs. And then I got an email, or like, I don't know if it was an email or like an IG post or whatever from Crocs that said that they now had like regular old, because this is new. They never had like regular old camouflage before. They had like some other kind of weird camouflage that isn't my thing. But guys, so needless to say, I have a favorite new pair of Crocs that you guys will see me in all of the time now. And that's it. That's my haul. I have a bunch of really cute things coming in the next like week or two. So we'll have another one of these really soon. Everything is going to be linked below, guys. Again, thank you so much for watching. If you have made it this far, you are an absolute all-star, because this was a long one. And yeah, so if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. You know how much that means to me. Like, share, subscribe, all of the things. I'm going to throw out my Instagram handle one more time, just in case you're not following me over there. And last but not least, I'm going to put a video right over here in case you are not done watching me yet. Then there'll be another one over here. And that's it. So I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.